Patricia and Landon Regali coming at you from the privacy, safety, and sanctuary of my beloved benefactor's estate. So, hey, at the time of this recording, it is Sunday, January 21st, 2024. So, how's it going for everybody today? I hope everybody's been having a very loving, prosperous time in alignment with divinity. Everybody, ops included. Because if the ops can get their selves into an alignment with the prosperity of divinity, everything else sloughs away. The evil snake skin, the scales from the eyes, and then, then we have a fighting chance out as a society for the evil in society to slough away. Because what it boils down to is having your boundaries, your line in the sand, be ethically minded. Because, it's whenever we compromise our ethics that we end up setting ourselves for failure in the future. It may not be right at that particular moment because, I'm like, sometimes the consequences need a little trickle down time, but you fucked yourself in the ethers in the 5D. So as long as you can maintain your ethical awareness, your ethical state as having your baseline be upright. And upright means absence of deceit, absence of double-mindedness, absence of what the ops really loves to do is deploy their psycho stage theater. That's not Christian. I know there's a lot of Christians out there, a lot of people professing to be Christians. I've seen you park at your churches. And then go out and sow fuck shit into the world, being double-minded. Let's put it this way, guys. I love you guys. I'm here to help wake up the masses. I'm speaking out to protect those who walk in the targeting of the individual's shoes and those who are targeting the individual. Because there is that show that everybody generally enjoyed watching, which was Dexter. He was like the vigilante, so to speak. In an upright society, there's no such thing as a vigilante. That's because we subscribe to the Most High. We subscribe to the Almighty. And so if you are so-called taking this vigilante business into your own hands, what you're doing is allowing yourselves to be duped by the opposition. Because there is never a plausible proverb or scripture in the Bible that says, hey, once in a while, sow the fuck shit. So if you're duplicit of mind and you're coming sideways at somebody, especially in this criminal crime ring, where you are giving up intel just to have your little palms greased by that blood coin, you're no longer, you've placed your soul into eternal damnation, babies. My loves. Eternal damnation. You are neck to neck, shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe, nose to Hitler. Dr. Mengele. Look up Dr. Mengele. That is the godfather of your criminal crime ring. So it's more like Mêlée for pay. Because you are trying, for those, I'm talking to the people that have allowed themselves to come at somebody sideways with fake as fuck dialogues, fake as fuck stage theater. That is demonic play. And that is your Sodom and Gomorrah. So in whichever way you found a way to become complacent within your composition, that's where you need to really pray and give yourself over to the Most High to help teach you, to help get back on track. Because nobody is perfect. I have every right to have hate, disdain, and scorn for everybody that's come sideways at me. But honestly, what good would that get me? I have chosen my path of forgiveness. And with full, I wash my hands of it all. Wash my hands of it all, give it over to God. And let Him avenge me. Let Him teach everybody. And full support of karma. Full support of karma. Because we know not what lies in the hearts of men. I mean, some of us think we do. Be like, oh my God. What you think, blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes you can actually pull that ascertainment out of somebody's actions or behaviors and, base it on deductive awareness and academics of that nature. But when it comes to being fucked over by others for this melee for pay, I endorse the karma. Because without the karma, how is anybody ever going to learn? And while it's an upright position to forgive others, the fallacy is, just because you forgive somebody means that you let them go scot-free. No, that would be coddling. I see giving somebody another chance, sure, but that's not for me to decide. My job is to let Abba decide and, let karma decide. Meanwhile, a segment, I'm all like, I always like to pray God's perfect will. And that's something else, too, I was taught. Was, when you forgive somebody or you pray for somebody, pray for God's perfect will over the entire situation for the highest good of everybody concerned. Of everybody concerned. God's perfect will. Because that way, it keeps you on track. It keeps you on a sight of moving forward and pathways you may not be able to see with your 3D eyes. And then so, a segment, I soup it up with 100,000-fold on that karma. As long as it's within God's perfect will. And as long as it is within the support of karma. And when it comes to these witches and warlocks, I'm all like, and by the way, soup that up with 10,000 extra scoops of graveyard gravy. In full support of God's perfect will and full alignment of karma. Because I'm not down with the melee for pay. So if you consider yourself Christian and you've allowed yourself to be tooled by the enemy, do you realize you're being tooled by the enemy? I mean, there are covens out there that teach their young and groom them to come sideways at somebody. Groom them to throw out ethics as an absolute. Groom them to throw out integrity. If that is you and you do pride yourself on loving Abba, the Most High, dude, hit reset. Get right with yourself. How have you come to Jesus talks with yourselves and your families? Admit being off track. Admit it. Own up to it. Because what you would do is teach generations how to own up to their misgivings, how to own up to their misdirection. Because ain't nobody perfect. And anybody coming sideways at somebody, you have to question, what is their agenda? What is their agenda? And for all of you copycats out there that I've never met in person, and for all of you people and otherwise that have been harvesting my energy and slandering me, okay guys, when somebody comes to you with some bullshit, slanderous, demonic assessments on someone, you gotta be smarter than your average bear. Because this is your soul you're talking about. Never mind that someone's pitching woo to you to make you feel less attractive to somebody, because if you fell for somebody else's bullshit, that's on you. Never mind the one who lied. That's not their fault. They're there because they're a motherfucking liar. And if when you get had by another liar, own up to it already. Because we all are accountable for our own information. That's what we're called to do, is to be critical, independent thinkers, instead of government handout recipients with the goddamn blood coin. Nobody's perfect. If you really are a Christian, fix it. Not for anybody else other than for you and your generations. Especially if you have kids that you've taught to come sideways at somebody. To needle your target. Because you're getting a little something and you need that fucking check mark in your goddamn box of fuck shit. When I say fuck shit, I mean your goddamn check marks of all of your gaslighting techniques that you did to somebody, all of your fake as fuck dialogues with your particular topics, all of your psycho stage theater. Because that's psychotic. We're not called to be Christians to run game on people. We're called Christians to uplift each other. And if you got caught up in that, you have to realize, wake up, you are in eternal damnation right now. That's not a joke. You guys are playing, I'm talking to the opposition, you guys are playing with people's lives. That's somebody's life you're fucking with. What gives you the right to unleash some whoop-ass can of psychological abuse just so you can make some fucking money? What you did was fall into idolatry as a Christian. What you did was you made money your God. And what you did was deny your own God of the Most High by saying, this is my only source of income. You're not my source, Abba. You're not my source, the Most High. I have to do this to get by because I don't trust you. And then you fell into the devil's snare and trap, and now you placed yourself and your family into eternal damnation. Stop it. It's never too late to hit reset. No, you guys got to realize something. I don't hate you all for doing that to me. I forgive you. But don't expect me to roll over and take it. I do come with a sense of a spine that will push back. Because I'm not going to enable somebody's fool-ass hustle on my back. Just so you can get a little something from the government handout program by coming sideways at somebody and then going to church. Like as if that made you a goddamn Christian. I mean, you can go sit your ass in a fucking garage. It's not going to make you a fucking car. You have to walk the walk. That's why I rebuke anybody who calls themselves Christian. Because as far as I'm concerned, in my very biased, prejudiced way, I just see it as a tool somebody uses to say, you can trust me because I said I'm a Christian. Meanwhile, all of you Christians that call yourselves Christian, that come sideways at others, especially for those who have been having to deal with society's underbelly, you give Christians a bad name. You misrepresent Yeshua, your Lord and Master, your Savior, so-called Savior. Because it doesn't matter what you say with your tongue, who you praise. It's a matter of what your baseline of ethics is. So for all of you covens, all of your secret stank societies, y'all tool each other. Y'all tool each other. Then you turn around and get mad that you were tooled by your fucking colleague. That's psychotic. If you don't want to get tooled, then stop running around in your Sodom and Gomorrah and stop playing tiddlywinks with each other. Because there is such thing as eternal damnation if you are a sort of person that even considers salvation to be your thing. Then consider me somebody who just entered your life and said, hey, I love you. Stop doing that. Not for me, but for you. Because I'm plug and play. I could be X, Y, and Z, anybody, and your fool ass, I'm talking to the opposition, will still come sideways at somebody and then teach your kids how to come sideways at a goddamn stranger you never even had a conversation about, and then you chose to believe in somebody else's goddamn slander, because it's a slandering machine. This is a criminal crime ring. This is a criminal crime ring. When you had the power to put a stop to it for your generations. Because whatever I've gone through, homelessness, being ostracized, having the backhand of the underbelly of society, people pretending to be my friends just to turn around and sow fuck shit so they can fucking get a little ride on from their fucking coattails of Satan, not even having the mental clarity to recognize Satan as fucking Satan. I'm just here to help level you up. Because I'm either a lesson or a blessing in somebody's life. That's just been my role. But make no mistake, I wasn't popped out of a fucking, I didn't roll out of the bed this way. I've been groomed for it ever since I was a child. So all of you copycats, and I mean, it's like this. Anybody who is pitching slander on me has never had a fucking conversation with me. You got to ask yourself, what is this person's modum operandi? Why are they talking shit on this person here? Because anybody of an ethical baseline would not be pitching shit behind somebody's back. That's demonic behavior. And when you're in Sodom and Gomorrah, you earn Sodom and Gomorrah demonic prizes. So for all you copycats out there, did you shave your head? Did you shave your head? Did you go out into public and especially as a woman, did you go out into public and feel completely secure in your femininity as a shaved head woman? Because if you want to copy me, you need to do that. And then you need to make sure you have fucked up radiation poison smile. And then maybe you might be fit enough to even carry the hem of my fucking skirt as a lackey. Until then, you're nothing more than a 2-bit shallow whore trying to vie on somebody else's energy just so you can be lazy as fuck and not do a goddamn thing for yourself. And for all of the ones that have a fucking industrious heart and work, you're undoing all of your toil and all of your labor when you decide to partake in demonic activity so you can earn a little something, because not all money is good money. And if you're a Christian that fell into that snare, dude, it's cool. You get reset and get right with yourself. I'm not saying that you don't get to enjoy the karma, because you do. If you didn't, you would just keep doing it. And for the ones that are sorry for coming at me, you all guys are only sorry because you all are caught. Because when you're fucking with a targeted individual, and especially a targeted individual that has faith, then you gotta know that your little microphone there on your fucking phone, the NSA is corrupt as fuck. They can just fucking lift up your fucking history for however many years. You all are busted. I'm gonna say that again. You all are busted. I'm not just talking about the 5D. I'm talking about the 3D. That's logistics. And then if any of you had even fucking done your own goddamn homework to research the targeting of the individual, you would have gone and targetedjustice.com. Hello? The resources are there. You just needed to get your head up out of the goddamn sand and stop being an ostrich and do something about it. Because if you have children, you fucked your family. You siphoned demonic fucking blood coin. The same kind of blood coin. I mean, really? Was it really a particular law that fucking Judas broke? Whenever he let the Romans write to fucking Jesus? That wasn't the law, was it? To come over there, give somebody a kiss? You guys are playing Team Judas and don't even realize. I mean, unless y'all are comfortable with it. And then decided to buy into the slandering circuit because the same government that passed out them smallpox blankets in the Oregon Trail of Tears, they're the ones spearheading the goddamn treason circuit that teaches you how to be a fucking murderer, that teaches you how to be a psycho. I mean, you guys do go get your flying flunky funky monkey classes every week or report in on your Guardian apps, don't you? So they can tool you and tell the little monkey what to do next? To needle your fucking target? To needle your goddamn pinata? At any rate, that's your melee for pay. So I'm only here to help raise up everybody. Even though I'm being heavily targeted, even though at this point, at this date, January 21st, 2024, still no ethical Department of Justice has intervened to step in and be a mover and shaker and come bring Little Flower, Patricia Ann Landon, any fucking hard facts, in my case, to bridge the ambiguity, instead of enabling Barbara Regali et al., Marcella Comiskey et al., Tim Regali et al., Paul Regali et al., to arm me with some fucking hard facts and say, hey, guess what? We've abolished gang stalking. There's no more gang stalking. Meanwhile, it's a goddamn sex ring. Criminal sex ring. Where sexual deviancy is the main ingredient. And for all of you participating that you call yourself Christians, you all are enabling the molestation of children. You should be ashamed of yourselves. If anything, don't quit because you feel sorry for the target or feel sorry for your own misgivings. Quit because you have a heart and you want to do something about the goddamn children being molested and trafficked by the United Sex Rings of America. Or you can just keep fucking looking the other way and backstabbing your goddamn target so you can keep getting your melee for pay. I don't hate any of you. I just want you all to get right with yourselves. This just happens to be my lot in life. To stand up for myself. And then to speak up and speak out for the others that have no voice, that have no tongue, that lack the articulation or the discernment to be able to break down what is happening to them. But as far as the judicial goes, bitches, go get the fucking list of your non-investigative subjects and your list of mass shooters. There's your fucking proof that these people are being targeted. You don't need the breakdown of the who, the when, and the what. That is your fucking gold mine of fucking objective data to prove who has been targeted. And if you need something more than that, that's because you're a goddamn tool being tooled for your own melee for pay. You don't need anything more than that. So if you are a Department of Justice, be a mover and shaker already. Unless, of course, you do enjoy having everything blow up bukkake in the 5D for your fucking self and your families because you've siphoned all of that demonic activity into your fucking table through your blood coin. Nothing ever prospers that is begotten out of blood coin. That's like saying, oh yeah, you know that guy, Judas, that fucking betrayed Jesus? Well, you know, he really prospered with that fucking silver afterwards. He started a business, and then he became an empire, and had many, many thriving businesses. So I just encourage everybody to hit reset and get right with yourselves. Just know I don't hate any of you. But I know that for those that keep coming at me, especially with the slander, I mean, how stupid do you have to be to go along with the slander and not question yourself? This girl doesn't even know these people. Why are they fucking slandering her? Never mind the slanderer. I'm looking at the receiver believing and buying into all of that shit without even having a conversation with the subject in question. What you did was participate in the stonewalling, which is psychological abuse. Hey, just because I ain't got no hair doesn't mean I ain't got no common sense. It just means I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I can still be me without conforming to all of that fake as fuck society. I mean, I do enjoy the fake as fuck shit. Because the first chance I get, I'm going to get fake as fuck boobs, okay? That'll be like anime, and they're going to be like out to here. But I will never choose to allow my soul get corrupted with anybody's goddamn blood coin. I didn't like it happening to me. I would never participate in it. But at any rate, thank you for watching. Today's topic has been about Mêlée for pay and encouraging so-called Christians to hit reset and get right with themselves, and for all of the copycats vying for my fucking life. What's the matter with you? Did you shave your head? Did you go out into the public and maintain your femininity with a shaved head and feel confident and secure in yourself? If not, well, like I said, you wouldn't be fit to fucking hold the hem of my skirt as my lackey.